All right, y'all, here are key features of polynomial graphs and how can we identify what is the minimum degree of a polynomial just by looking at the graph. And I'm going to step you through a couple of things, including multiplicity, x-intercepts, and counting the degree just by looking at that piece on that graph. All right, so first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come over here, I'm gonna turn on a linear graph. This is a degree 1. This is a first degree polynomial. You will notice that all it is doing is crossing the x-axis one time, and you're going to notice the formation that goes through in a straight line. Okay. Next one I'm going to show you is a quadratic. Okay, we know that a quadratic looks like a parabola or U-shaped, N-shaped graph. And what I want you to identify is that at the x-intercepts that you're seeing here, it crosses, and when it does that, it does so in a smooth, kind of curvy formation, but there's not too much action that's happening right there. If we look at that, there are 2 roots. And because there are 2 roots, we know it is a quadratic, and we know that the degree is 2. And we can identify that. I put the exact same equation in here. Check it out. There is degree 2. It lights it up as blue, and we can identify that this is a degree 2 polynomial. So second degree polynomial. Now, we're going to make this just a little bit more interesting now. Remember the formation, okay? So this is all second degree. We're going to confuse you or look at something that could confuse you as we dive into what the formation of graph may look like with more in there. So notice in this case, I put x minus 1, 2, 1 time. In this next case, I have x minus 2 in there 2 times. And notice the formation, it's x minus 2, and x plus 4. You're going to notice that we have the one root that is going through just like the one on the quadratic. So this one counts once, okay? But notice this guy of 2, it is hitting the x-axis and it is turning around, okay? That's because we've written this part in 2 times. So this guy actually has what we call a multiplicity of 2. That means that it counts twice. So when we count the degree on this one, we say we have 1, and then this counts twice. And because it counts twice, we have a degree 3 polynomial. And just to add into this piece, I've typed that same one in, and you'll notice it is a cubic, it overlaps it, okay? Once we look for those formations, we start to identify, hey, degrees are really easy to pull out of these polynomials. So I bring us another one, okay? And this time, I've changed it just a little bit more. I've put x plus 4 in, but this time I've put it in 3 times. Okay, notice what happens. The x minus 2 does exactly what they've been doing from the original. It just kind of slides through there, nice and smooth. There's not too much action there. This counts once, okay? But unlike the other one where it made a U shape and it hit that x-axis and turned around, this one's kind of swerving through there. It's making this nice little dance through that x-axis, okay, where the concavity is changing, okay? And with that piece, this guy counts three times, okay? It is an x cubed graph, essentially, an x cubed. So it counts 3 times. And so when we count this, we're gonna say, okay, this is now a 4th degree polynomial just by the formation of it. And I went ahead, I've turned it on over here. Check it out, boom, it's gonna change its color. We did this correct, looking good, okay? And now we're gonna have a little combination of everything in there just to review. Let me turn this one off. Let's go to the next one and let's look what I typed in there, okay? Last one, a little bit longer of an equation. And we look at this one, notice that x minus 2 is put in there twice. And if we look at that, x minus 2 is put in there twice, you're going to notice that, that formation, and that's the really important part. It is that U or N shaped again. Okay, so this is an x squared, like a parabolic a little bit. Okay, so this counts twice. Right? And then you'll notice that same swerve or the x cubed formation again. This counts 3 times. Okay, and then if you notice, we've got this one out here. It just goes nice and smooth in there. It has a multiplicity of 1. Okay, and let me go ahead and change the color of that graph. Come over here, change it to black. Notice this, the degree is 6 in this final polynomial. The degree is 6 right off of the equation. And so we can just real quick do some simple math. The swerve or this x cubed formation counts 3 times. This n or parabola looking formation on the x-axis counts twice. And then of course it goes straight through. It counts 1 time. That gives us 3 plus 2 plus 1. That is going to give us a 6-degree polynomial. I hope that helps on the next part.